Hey there, tech fans. Rick here again from the O-Ray team with an overview of the UHD-404R 4-input, 4-output HDMI Matrix. This product allows you to connect 4 different HDMI media devices to 4 separate output devices and have complete control over which of those devices is sent to which of those displays using the buttons on the front of the unit or the included remote control. The product fully supports 4K ultra-high definition media content and is both HDMI 2.0 as well as HDCP 1.x and 2.2 compliant, and will also perform auto downscaling where necessary to match the resolution of a variety of different monitors. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start with an unboxing of the product just to show you everything that's included with the kit, and then I'll take a closer look at the 4x4 Matrix, I'll explain the connections and indicators, I'll list the features and functions the product provides, and then finally I'll come back and do a brief demonstration just to show you how simple this product will be to use with your own equipment. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first open up the box, you'll find the 4x4 Matrix. You'll also find a single DC 5-volt 1-amp power supply. This end plugs into any standard wall outlet. The other end of the cable has a barrel connection on it, which plugs into the DC port in the back of the unit, and that's all the power you'll need for operation. You'll also find a bag of accessories that include a bracketing kit where you can mount this up off the ground and out of the way if you choose to do that, as well as an RS-232 connection block that you can use to make a connection to your computer to make the selections of which of those inputs is sent to which of those outputs. You'll also find an infrared remote control that makes it very easy to make those selections from quite a distance away from the Matrix. Also included is a warranty card and a full instruction manual that lists connection diagrams, specifications, and a lot of other important details you'll need to understand about the Matrix in order to use it correctly. Now, if you stay tuned next, I'll take a closer look at the product, I'll list the features and functions, and then I'll come back and do the demonstration. The product features a full metal enclosure which makes it incredibly durable and helps to minimize outside interference from causing any issues with the sensitive electronics inside. On either side, you'll find mounting holes that can be used with the included bracketing kit to mount the product up off the ground and out of the way. On the front of the unit, starting on the left, you'll find a power indicator. The minute you add power to the unit, it immediately starts an internal power on self-test where it's checking all the electronics just to make sure everything's working okay. Once it passes that test, it'll light that LED, letting you know the unit's ready to use. To the right of that is an infrared receiver, and that's used in conjunction with the remote control. When you set this up on your media center or on your desktop, you want to make sure that's visible because that's where the signals from that remote control are picked up so you can control the unit. To the right of that is an RS-232 connection port. There's a connector inside the kit that makes the wiring to this easy, but you'll essentially connect this up to a computer, and then you can remotely control your choices of input versus output. To the right of that is a bank of 4 EDID switches. Those are fully explained in the manual as well. They essentially allow you to adjust the frame rate and resolution of your input media to match the output of your monitors. To the right of that, you'll find 4 LEDs in each of these 4 banks, and each of these represent an output. So this would be output monitor 1, monitor 2, monitor 3, and monitor 4. And the LEDs let you know which input is currently selected for that monitor. So if this one was lit, that would mean input number 1 was being sent to monitor 1. You can change which input is sent to that monitor by tapping the switch or using the remote control or controlling it from your computer. And to step through those, you'll tap that button right there to move between those different inputs. And again, you can have the same input to all 4 outputs, or you can have different inputs to different outputs depending on how you've set these up. On the rear of the units where you'll make all your connections, starting on the left, you'll find a DC port. That's where the power supply plugs in. You'll essentially plug it into a wall outlet. The other end of that cable has a barrel connector. You'll plug it in there and provide all the power you'll need for operation. To the right of that are 4 HDMI ports labeled input, HDMI 1, 2, 3, and 4. These connect to whatever media devices you'd like to share across your 4 outputs. To the right of those are 4 more HDMI ports, and these connect up to your 4 monitors, monitor 1, monitor 2, 3, and 4, and this is where you'll enjoy the content from those 4 input devices. And that's pretty much it for the Matrix. The O-Ray UHD-404R can be used with a wide variety of modern HDMI media devices, including game consoles, portable devices, media players, laptops, and DVD players. The product's features include full support of 4K ultra-high definition media content. It is both HDMI 2.0 as well as HDCP 1.4 and 2.2 compliant. It supports 4 input devices as well as 4 output devices. Auto downscaling is supported as needed. And the kit includes an infrared remote control so you can make your selections from a distance away from the product. Now I'll show you just how easy it'll be to use this product with your own equipment. And for this demonstration, over here I've set up 4 small media players. 3 of them are displaying different images just to make it easy to tell them apart, and the 4th one is looping a video. These represent my 4 input devices that I'd like to enjoy in these 4 monitors. And these can be a DVD player, a game console, a home computer, anything that outputs a standard HDMI signal. On either side of me, I've set up 4 monitors as my output devices, and this is where I'd like to enjoy the content from my input devices. In front of me, I have the 4x4 HDMI Matrix. Now, the first set of connections I'll make are from the media devices to the Matrix. I've already connected HDMI cables up to the players. With the other end of the cables, I'll plug these into HDMI input number 1, input number 2, input number 3, and finally input number 4. And now I'm ready to connect up my output devices. I've already connected HDMI cables to these monitors over here. I'll plug these into output number 1, output number 2, and then I'll plug the other 2 monitors into output number 3 and output number 4 on the back of the Matrix. And once I've made these connections, I can add power to the unit. And the minute I plug power into the back of the unit, it immediately starts an internal power on self-test where it's checking all the electronics to make sure everything is working okay. It's also checking the resolution of my media devices and the resolution of my display devices to make whatever adjustments are needed to give us the best possible picture on all the output devices. Now, I've already plugged the power supply in. The other end of that cable has a barrel connection on it, which plugs right into the DC port in the back of the unit. And the minute I plug that in, it'll start that self-test. When it finishes that, it'll start displaying the images on all 4 of the monitors. And right now I've got it set up where input number 1 is being displayed on monitor number 1, input number 2, output number 2, input 3, output 3, and input 4, output 4. And you can see that I've got 4 different images up on these screens. You've got 3 static images and the media playing right here on monitor number 1. Now what's nice about this unit is because it's a matrix, you can direct any of the inputs to any of the outputs at the same time. So I could have the same image on all 4. I could have different images on all 4. Right now, again, they're set up 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, and 4 to 4. But let's say, for example, I wanted this media to be on all 4 monitors. I could easily switch that monitor, and that monitor to have the same exact image, which is input number 1, displayed on all 4 monitors at the same time. And you can use the remote control to do that, or you can use the buttons on the front of the unit. And what's nice about this is it gives you complete control, again, over which of the inputs is sent to which of the outputs, so you can move those around as you need to for whatever application you're using this product in. And it really is just that simple to get it working. I hope you found this overview of the O-Ray UHD-404R 4 input, 4 output HDMI Matrix helpful. It really does provide an incredibly easy way for you to connect 4 different HDMI media devices up to 4 different output displays at the same time, while still providing complete control over which of those media streams are sent to which of those monitors at any given time by using the buttons on the front of the unit, the included remote control, or even through a connection to your computer. The product fully supports 4K ultra-high definition media content, which means it'll work with all of your modern media gear. It's also HDMI 2.0 as well as HDCP 1.x and 2.2 compliant, which means it can support a wide range of different media styles. It also can automatically downscale as needed to accommodate different resolution monitors against the media devices you have connected. Everything you need to get started is included with the kit, and with a few simple connections, you can be up and running in no time. So until next time, thanks again for watching.